Hi guys, it's Vesna here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're creating 3 different Dollar Tree DIYs. These were made using all Dollar Tree supplies, and they are super simple and super inexpensive to make. So let's get going. So to start, I'm starting with this little plate. It's a glass plate, and I believe it's just meant like a decorative for candles or something like that. So I'm starting with this plate and this vase, and I'm going to be painting both of them. For the plate, I'm trying a new method. What I'm doing is I am taking some crayons. I have a green, a blue, light blue, and a black crayon. And on the side, like the inside of the plate, I am just drawing some lines all sorts of different ways using all of those crayons, and then I will be painting over it using Mod Podge and glitter. So it's a different way of painting, but as you can see, I'm trying to push as hard as I can so that the colors of the crayons come onto the glass, and again, just random patterns. So once you're satisfied with your design, then you can go ahead and apply the Mod Podge, but before you apply the Mod Podge, you want to add some glitter. And I'm using a silver and blue glitter, and I'm adding it into the cup where I've added the Mod Podge. And the Mod Podge that I'm using is just your regular Mod Podge. I assume this would work with white glue as well, but I'm just using Mod Podge because I have it. So add enough of the glitter that it gives the Mod Podge a different color. And again, the glitter doesn't matter what color it is. I'm using silver and blue because I'm using the blue on the plate. So you mix it all up, so make sure that it's nice and mixed together, that there isn't clumps of the glitter, and then you just apply it over top of your plate. Now you will be doing this twice. So you'll apply the Mod Podge glitter, and then you'll let it dry, then you'll do the crayon again, and then you'll put the Mod Podge back on and you'll let it dry. So like I said, 2 coats, and that should give you the desired look. But if you're looking for a different kind of look, then you do more coats or less. But for me, I did 2 coats. For the last coat, I didn't really do a full coverage. I just added a little bit of the glitter into spots where I thought that it needed to go and just applied it as I thought I needed. So I didn't do the crayon part, just the glitter part. I painted the base of the vase in this black Rust-Oleum high heat paint and let it dry fully. I did 2 coats, and then I went ahead and I attached these 2 pieces together to make a little tray. I used a combination of Weld Bond and hot glue. First, I put the Weld Bond into the middle on the back side of this little plate, and then the hot glue I put on to the sides of the plate and onto the bottom of the plate as well. And then I attached them, let them dry, attached them a little bit, and that's all there was to this DIY. It was really simple, but I think it gave a really nice impact, and I believe I'm going to try and do a couple more vases using different kind of painting methods so you guys can get some ideas of what you could do using Dollar Tree items or trash to treasure items. It's really up to you. So here it is all completed with a little candle, nice spring candle on top. Let me know what you think. Obviously you could use any combination of colors. These are just the 2 colors I went for. I really like the blue and the black together. But like I said, any colors will do, and very inexpensive. And you could even use a jar from something like a glass jar, reuse a glass jar from something. Anyway, let me know what you think of this one. For the next one, this was a little bit more involved, but again, super easy and super inexpensive. I had these tumble blocks and this little rectangle piece of wood from the Dollar Tree, and I cut off some of the blocks to make them fit around this because I was making a border around this wooden plank, and so I had to cut some of these. Now, to cut them, I used my little mini saw that I got a little while back. I really like this thing because it just cuts these perfectly. And then again, I just hot glued everything and let it stick. I thought I was going to use Weld Bond and hot glue, but I just wound up using hot glue and hoping for the best and just applying it on the sides and the bottom. So here's the little miter saw that I was talking about. I got it off of Amazon. It's really cute and works really well for these things, for any kind of small little cuts that you may have, but that are too thick or too hard to cut with. Just, I have the little kind of reciprocating scissors, or not, sorry, kind of miter scissors, but some things are a little bit hard to cut with those. So anyway, as with the base of the vase, I also spray paint this in that black Rust-Oleum paint. And then I have this package of little adhesive vinyl that again I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And from this pack I am using, sorry, it's called adhesive craft paper. And I am just using one of the wood look brown ones because I want the middle of this tray to look like it's wood. And I'm loving, right now I'm loving the combination of the black and natural wood. So that's what I want this to look like. So I just measure out roughly how much I'm going to need, and then I stick it on in there, and then I cut off the excess. You might want to play around with this so you don't rip anything, but that's what I did here, and here's what it looks like all completed. I think it's a cute little tray. You can even put some rings in there, or change, or keys, or whatever you'd like. It's just a cute little tray, or even if you just want to add it into the middle of your table decor, you could do that as well. So for this final one, this one is a little bit, again, more involved, but again, super inexpensive. And all you need are these tumble tower blocks. And I am just creating a shape with them. So you can see how I am hot gluing them together. I'm making a square, and then I'm attaching to each of the square corners a piece of the tumble block. And I do this twice. And then I'm also putting 5 pieces together to make a long line of tumble blocks. And I will also be spray painting these as well, but I'm not going to speed this video up just so you can watch what I'm doing. I'm sorry that I didn't realize that my mat underneath there was so dirty, and it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but I think you're kind of getting the idea of what I'm doing here. And like I said, I do it twice. So again, I spray paint this thing in the black Rust-Oleum high heat paint. I didn't put it together. I wanted to spray paint it separately. And then once it all dries, I go ahead and I put it together. So I just attach these pieces to the ends of the base, and then same thing to the top. You may want to do a combination of wood glue and hot glue for this to make it a little bit more permanent. As you can see, one of the pieces had fallen off, but I think the problem was that I saturated it too much with the black paint. So just make sure you don't do that, and then you just have to figure out which angle will work for this to put it on, and you hot glue it, and then that's all there is to this one. This is just a decorative lantern. I will be putting a candle in there, but not, obviously you don't want to light up any candles since this is wood. If you did want to use a candle in there, you could use one of those faux candles, or you could just put a plant in there or anything like that. Just make sure you're not doing any burning or anything like that. So here it is with a candle in there, but obviously I'm not going to be lighting it up, but I think it turned out really cute. It's just a nice little addition to my decor. It's very versatile, so I could use it and for all the seasons and switch out the middle part depending on what I'm using it for. And here they are on another tray that I made on my coffee table. Let me know what you think of this, whether you're going to try some of them or not. Make sure you subscribe and like and hit the notification bell so you can see more of my videos, and also make sure to leave me a comment. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.